On September 2nd, the State Department completely ended all of the mail-in renewal visa programs, which have been super popular in many countries around the world for years, especially India, but many others. Australia is one of them. Um, they only exist now for certain very minor categories, like for diplomats. Uh, so if you had an H-1B and you were able to do it through the mail-in before, those days are over. Imagine we were doing that pilot program where some thousands of people got to renew their H-1B visa in Washington, D.C. And then here we are, less than 2 years later, and you can't even do a mail-in your own country. So you will need to book an interview. And because this change was packaged with no increase in headcount for the State Department, in fact, they had massive layoffs. And this came very suddenly. And it is really hard to staff. You can't surge up a consular staff. It's just not possible. So I would expect the really obvious result is going to be that the wait time. If you thought, hey, I'm going to pop over to my home country, I'm going to mail in all my visa renewal stuff, and it's all just going to proceed nicely while I'm enjoying a vacation, and then they're going to mail it back to me, it's going to be great. That's not going to happen. You are going to schedule a visa interview, and it might be really far in advance. It might take a long time to get that opening. And they've also done some things to make it less visible when the openings are and how long you're actually going to wait until you actually pay to schedule the visa. You don't actually need a visa at all times. You need a visa to get in. You can come to the U.S. and let your visa run out. It can be expired and you're good if your status is still valid and you've got an unexpired I-94. So some people are going to deal with this difficulty in renewing visas by not traveling. Other people are going to deal with it by planning way in advance and being very flexible and just waiting a really long time to go interview in person. Other people are going to think about interviewing in a third country that is not their home country. Got to leave the U.S. to get a visa, but you don't have to go home if you can find another country to take you. If your idea about where you want to go is a good one or not depends on a lot of factors. In the past, the State Department has really encouraged all the consulates, hey, take as many third country nationals as you can, but they're not staffed to take third country nationals. They're staffed to meet the demand that comes from the people who live in that country. So in the past, Mexico and China took huge numbers of third country nationals because they could. Canada has rolled way, way, way back on that. Mexico has limited it too. It's not a really easy, clear path to get a third country national appointment. You're going to wait longer than everybody from that country would have to wait. Good luck, everybody.